Hey everyone, it's Kyle, and I wanted to make a video updating you on the second stimulus package that is being proposed by House Democrats right now. It is part of a $3 trillion, you heard that right, $3 trillion stimulus proposal, which could give every household up to $6,000 that qualifies for it. So that's crazy, but it's probably very close to getting passed. We're getting a lot closer than the last bill that came out on Friday that was proposed by Senator Bernie Sanders and Kamala Harris, the Monthly Economic Crisis Support Act. That was a lot more generous than this bill, but this bill is more generous than the first stimulus package, the CARES Act. So before we go into details on this, go below, hit the like button. Seriously, it helps with the YouTube algorithm. Hit it right now. It will not stop the video. Hit it like it was going to direct deposit you a $6,000 stimulus check right in your bank account. Just go tap it, and then you would get a $6,000 stimulus check. You probably won't get a $6,000 stimulus check, but, if you hit it, I will go into details about the second stimulus bill being proposed, and you can at least find out if you qualify for the $6,000. So hit that, and while you're at it, subscribe below and hit the notification bell so you get notifications every time I post a new video, which is very often these days because we're in quarantine and, can't do too much else. There's a lot of stuff I can do. Real estate I can do, work I can do, stuff like that, but it's given me the chance to make these videos and to provide you guys information, so hit that button, as well as follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. I post there pretty much daily, so you'll get in other aspects of my life as well. So let's go right into it. We're gonna talk about the second stimulus bill being introduced right now. Okay guys, so just like the first stimulus bill that was passed, it called for anyone making, as an individual, $75,000 or below, that you would receive $1,200 check for stimulus. Now, also for a married couple, your income could double that, which make below $150,000, and you will receive $2,400. So also for a head of household, you could make less than $112,500 per year, and you will get the $2,400 stimulus check. So these phase out, these numbers. So basically, if you made anything over $75,000, it would phase out incrementally up until $99,000. If you made $99,000, you would not receive any kind of stimulus help, as well as with a married couple filing jointly, it would phase out after $150,000 all the way up to $198,000, and then it would phase out completely. And for a head of a household, $112,000 all the way up to $136,000, which then would phase out completely. So this is very similar to the first stimulus, the CARES Act, but this is being dubbed as the HEROES Act. So in this one, the difference is the earlier stimulus package, which was the CARES Act, provided for $500 per dependent. So if you have a child, $500. If you have two children, $1,000. Now the difference is with this stimulus package, anyone under the age of 17, any qualifying child, it would give $1,200 per dependent, up to 3 dependents. So you can get up to 3 qualified dependents on that. So it would be a matter of $3,600. So the max you could receive as a married couple filing jointly with 3 dependents would be $6,000 check. So now the House Republicans are pushing back on this. They're saying that a second stimulus package is not warranted yet. It's not, because the reopening has just started. We have a lot yet to see how it goes. So they're really not in favor of giving these generous second stimulus packages. The House Democrats are pushing for this. They think it's needed right now. However, there's not really good signs that the reopening is going to go as quickly as originally thought. I'm reading in the news now that it looks like it's going to, it might go a lot slower. A lot of other places are having trouble with the reopening, and they're actually, having to go the other way again. So I think that, the way things are going, it's going to open a lot slower than we thought. So it looks like there's going to be some kind of second stimulus package definitely coming out. Now, this one is a lot less generous than the monthly Economic Crisis Support Act, which was just proposed on Friday by Senator Bernie Sanders and Kamala Harris and Ed Markey. It's much less generous than that, that one called for, $2,000 per month for up to 3 months after the pandemic ended, which the Secretary of Health and Human Services was the one who had to call for the end of the pandemic, which, that could have taken a while. So this is much more realistic of being passed. The other thing about this stimulus package is that the House Democrats are pushing for the $600 unemployment benefit that is coming from the feds. That is the bonus on top of the unemployment benefits you normally qualify, that it extends to January instead of ending in July, which was supposed to be the original plan, where the $600 bonus on top of your unemployment benefits would stop in July. Now it's extending all the way until January if this bill gets passed. So this bill is called the HEROES Act. Now, I don't know why it's called the HEROES Act. It's probably because there is also a stipulation in this bill that provides for a $200 billion hazard pay package for essential workers that worked throughout this pandemic. So the heroes who have worked throughout this whole thing, it looks like they're going to be able to get some kind of hazard pay. It wasn't clear exactly what the amount for that was, but they would be compensated for some amount for working as an essential worker throughout the pandemic. So guys, if you want to read these proposals below, you can read I've included links to the one-pager, which is just one page of the highlights of this HEROES Act, or I've also included the full 1,815 page bill below, which I've opened it up and I couldn't even start to read it, and I don't even know where to begin, but it's 1,815 pages. So again, in my opinion, this bill has much more of a chance than the Monthly Economic Crisis Support Act, which included a $2,000 check. That would have been nice, and it also made the income limits a lot more relaxed. It was I think it was either 100,000 or 120,000 for an individual, and then up to 240,000 for a married couple, and then they would receive the $2,000 per month for up to 3 months after the pandemic. That was a much more generous bill than this one being proposed, which is calling for the 75,000 or below as an individual, or 150,000 as a married couple filing jointly, and you will get a one-time $1,200 stimulus check. So it seems much more likely that this would get passed rather than the Monthly Economic Crisis Support Act, which, in my opinion, if that would get passed, we would have to see a lot worse situations than are happening right now. Even though we have 30 million plus unemployment cases, and but the opening is happening, the reopening is happening, so I could see something like this being passed a lot sooner than the Monthly Economic Crisis Support Act. It's just a lot less generous but more realistic to getting Republicans in the House to agree to. So if you have questions about how you would receive this, it would be the same as when you received the first stimulus. And if you haven't received the first stimulus, well, then either the way to get this stimulus package is that if you have your information in the website for direct deposit for this first stimulus. They're rolling out the first stimulus right now. It hasn't hit everybody yet. It hasn't gotten there. But if you have your direct deposit information that was set up for the CARES Act, then you can set it up for this one. This one already should be set up. If not, you can go to the IRS website, same as with the CARES Act, and you can fill it out so that it will have your direct deposit information. Now, if you don't have your direct deposit information there, you should be able to get this just in regular mail and then cash it and deposit it in your bank account. So guys, that's it. Thank you guys so much for staying to the end of this video. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you've heard of anything else or anything new, or have any tips that you're doing. But this is pretty much everything about the newest bill being proposed, the HEROES Act, and we will wait and see. I think something's going to happen very soon about this. This seems a much more realistic than the, like I said, than the Monthly Economic Crisis Support Act, which was, that would have been nice to have $2,000 a person coming in monthly, but this one seems a lot more realistic. It seems like it's going to get passed, and so leave a comment below and I will reply to it. Let me know what you think about this video. If you have any suggestions about anything else, I will definitely report on that. But other than that, guys, thank you so much. Hit the like button before you go. Just tap it right now like it was giving you a stimulus check. Just pop it. Also subscribe if you have not done so already, and hit the notification bell so you'll get notifications every time I post a new video. And follow me on Instagram if you haven't done so already. I post there pretty much daily, so you will get other aspects of my life as well. Guys, thank you so much again. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe and talk to you guys soon.